Hey, good afternoon. It is September 18th, 2022. Going to be taking out this 1983 Mercedes-Benz 300SD turbo diesel. The car has 6,832 miles. When I purchased this car, it had 6,746 miles. So I've put some miles on this car. A little warm here in New Jersey today. Car's got ice cold AC. Car is finished in lapis blue over gorgeous gray leather interior. I mean, absolutely gorgeous interior. Exterior of the car is equally as gorgeous as you'd expect with a 6,800 mile car. The bright work is beautiful. All the anodized aluminum is beautiful. Car has a show quality finish. We haven't paint metered this car yet, but I believe passenger side fender had some paint work. The rest of the car, to my eye, and we did detail this car. We went over it pretty extensively. Looks like it's all original paint, but I'll know more after we run a paint meter over it. Car is absolutely pristine. From the exterior, interior, engine bay, undercarriage, car is absolutely in absolute pristine condition. The wood is beautiful, dash is beautiful. You can see the car drives fantastic. When I purchased this car, it was still wearing its original Continental tires, and it also had an aftermarket set of Sentra wheels, which were a popular aftermarket wheel. Very, very high quality German-made wheel that was on this car. I switched them back to bunts. I don't really, no matter how high quality the aftermarket accessory is, I'm not a fan of aftermarket. But those original wheels, the original Sentra wheels, which will be in the photographs, and the original Continental tires that are dated 83 will go along with the sale of the car. So you'll have the original wheels and tires. I just put on a brand new set of hand-cooked tires on all four corners. Like I mentioned, the car runs and drives fantastic. AC is ice cold. It's a little warm here today in New Jersey. It's probably low 80s, a little bit humid, and cabin is ice cold. I could tell by the fittings on the AC system that the system was previously upgraded to 134A, and like I said, the AC blows ice cold. It blows through all the proper vents. I know the heat works well, because this morning when I left with this car, I had to use the defroster, and the windshield defrosted right away. So 6,800 mile car, and the mileage will go up, I'm gonna say slightly, but it all depends on, you know, I really enjoy driving this car, and that's one of the perks about what I do for a living. I get to drive some really cool cars, and sometimes I get spoiled and I take advantage of that fact. And with this car, I'm going to probably drive it as much as possible, just because I like it that much. This car has not been serviced by my mechanic yet. So you're probably saying, why am I out driving it? Well, I noticed when I purchased the car, I spoke with the second owner of the car. All the fluids were fresh on the car. I was confident that it was mechanically very well maintained. I noticed, you know, little things like the car wasn't vibrating like it was sitting on rocks. So the motor mounts and the transmission mount were most likely updated within the last few years. The fact that the AC is blowing ice cold, all the power windows, sunroof, everything works perfectly on the car. I actually drove this car, which is probably not, you know, the best idea in the world, but I actually drove this car 60 miles on its original tires, which included mostly highway driving. I never do that. I have a very good friend of mine, Christy Costanzo, who over the last 20 years we've bought a lot of old cars together, and he'll pretty much drive any car with really doesn't matter how old the tires are. He jumps in, he drives them. He'll drive them across the country. He has no fear. I wouldn't say I had no fear when I was on the Garden State Parkway with a car wearing 40-plus-year-old tires. I was really, 40-year-old tires. I was really a little nervous, but, made it back safely. Didn't exceed the speed limit. Like I said, now it's got brand new hand cooks on all four corners. You can see how it drives. It tracks beautifully down the road. Transmission's nice and smooth. Cruising along now at 55 miles an hour. I mean, the car is really nice and tight. No play in the suspension. Brakes are excellent. Just a really nice car. So this is the initial video that I'm making on this car. I plan on making a walk around video later, and I'll probably make 2 more videos on this car, because there's two or three minor things with the car that I want to have upgraded. Like, for one, we still haven't had our mechanic go through the car. We're going to have all the fluids and filters refreshed. Fuel filter, air filter, oil service, coolant. And I noticed that the drive belts on this car are the original drive belts, because I can see that there was a coating of Cosmoline on some of the drive belts still. So I ordered all new belts. Nice Cadillac. The only other things that I noticed what's wrong with the car is the power antenna is not working. Luckily, we have Becker Auto Sound right here in Saddlebrook, New Jersey. I'll either have them rebuild this antenna, or I'll just purchase a rebuilt antenna. I'm also, with the stereo, I'm only getting AM reception, so I'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll bring both the stereo head unit and the antenna up to Becker Auto Sound, have them go through it, so this way when the car does come up for sale, it'll have a freshly rebuilt head unit and antenna. Cosmetically, the car is really immaculate. The only flaw in the car right now on the exterior is there's a small ding on the outer fender on the driver's side, and luckily I happen to have the best paintless dent repair guy probably on the East Coast, Nick from Dent RX. I called him up on Friday, told him I needed him to come out right away and take care of this fender ding, but he's spending the weekend, I think, with his kids on vacation, so he's coming out Wednesday. I'm 100% confident that that ding will come out to perfection. It's not a very challenging ding for Nick. I've seen him take on things that were infinitely worse than this small ding that I have in the fender here. So you can see, I mean, the car just drives beautiful. Feels great with the new tires on it. Didn't feel so great with the 40-year-old tires. Tracks beautifully, suspension's great. 6,838 miles. It'll it'll probably have about 6,900 miles when I put it up for auction, because I do plan on driving it a little more. One of the perks of my my chosen profession is I get to drive really cool cars. Although I'm sure if I asked my wife and my kids if they thought this car was cool, they'd probably laugh at me. But I really enjoy these old diesels. The OM617 motor is probably one of the greatest motors ever built. These cars, 500,000 miles on these engines. Got a bulletproof drivetrain. Proper maintenance. These cars pretty much will outlive the cockroaches. They're so well built. I always compare them to like a Swiss watch. You know, when you have a mechanical watch, you know, if a part breaks, you change the part and you're back up and running. It's the same thing with these cars. There's no technology in them. No computers, no micro switches, no electronics. They're very simple. They're built to run forever. As you can see, the car is extremely comfortable. It's an S-Class. Drives like an S-Class. Very, very comfortable. Power seats are excellent. It's a winner. Even the analog clock in the dash keeps proper time. Really not much else to say. I mean, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous car. Comes with the books, 4 keys, original window sticker, the original sales agreement from 1983, pre-purchase inspection report. Comes with all the nice things that a collector wants to see as far as documentation. Also comes with a custom soft car cover and original spare, which was never down, the Continental spare tire, tools, first aid kit. Just a really, really nice car. You'll see the cosmetics in the walk around video. I think you'll be equally impressed with the car cosmetically as well as mechanically. The engine bay and the undercarriage is absolutely magnificent. There's no question when you look at this car that it was a garage kept car. Definitely no UV exposure, never been exposed to road salt. I doubt it was ever driven in the rain by looking at the condition of the undercarriage. So that's my video on this 1983 Mercedes-Benz 300SD W126. Will be coming up for auction on Bring a Trailer. It'll be a no reserve auction. Prospective buyers will be welcome to come see the car. If we're not too busy that day, put it up in the air for you on the lift. It's a nice day like today, take it for a test drive. It is going to be a no reserve auction, so we're going to let this car sell to the highest bidder, and it's going to be a fun week. I'm sure everyone's going to get a kick out of this piece. It's not every day that you come across a 126 300SD turbo diesel, and probably, in my opinion, the best color combination possible. Loaded up the right way with leather, not the MB text. Extremely clean documentation. Just a great, great car. I'm proud to offer it as a no reserve auction. So I just want to wish everyone the best of luck. The only